Savage Fenty by Rihanna scammed me the house. Let's talk about it. Savage Fenty just paid out over $1 million to the Consumer Act Agency. I have the receipt right here. It was $1,200,000 to settle a consumer protection lawsuit for misleading customers. Now, the lawsuit was filed on August 9th, 2022. They paid it. It is now 2024, and people are still complaining about this practice. Savage Fenty by Rihanna needs to be fined again and a higher amount this time because it has affected so many more people. And when I first saw that roll out, I was like, girl, who cares? Whatever. It's not gonna affect me until it did.
Rihanna Savage X Fenty will pay $1.2 million in a consumer protection lawsuit waged against it by Santa Monica's AG's office for not disclosing automatic charges resulting from their VIP memberships. The violation stems from enrolling customers into their VIP Extra membership without disclosing the material terms and conditions. They allegedly did this by automatically adding the monthly membership without the customer's consent to the shopping bag without any price associated with it. What's really interesting about this is about 5 years ago, Fabletics, the active lifestyle brand, got in trouble for doing the same thing. But get this, apparently Fabletics' old team is running Savage X Fenty's system, which now makes so much sense.
So the other day I was hanging out in the penthouse and I see my phone and it says that I got charged $59.59 at Savage Fenty. I'm like, I'm not at Savage Fenty. My card's right here in my hand. So I call my bank and they were like, this is a subscription. I call Savage Fenty, spoke to customer service. They don't even have me in their system. They can't even find me. I'm shocked. I did go to Savage Fenty months ago and I bought one thing for my friend for her birthday. I bought one thing and I remember being there in the store, had two people with me, one was my assistant, one was my friend, and they said that they have Savage Fenty membership, that they did not sign up for it, and they were like, I don't know how to cancel it. It's just too much of a hassle. So when I just stop by here, I'll use my credits for something, but I don't even want it. So when I charged out, I said, I do not want a membership. And the girl laughed at me. She said, okay. So I just want this one thing. I do not want a membership. So I left the store, gave the gift to my friend. They loved it, whatever. I helped my friend cancel his. And then I started researching this. And that's when I found out about the lawsuit.
Savage X Fenty now, because we learned that it is ranked even worse than Shein on the ethical treatment of their workers. But I'm going to give you another reason why you should never, ever sign up for Savage X Fenty's exclusive membership thing. So I joined it to buy a few things over a year ago, and I've just been skipping each month since then. And Savage X Fenty is one of those lovely companies similar to HelloFresh, where if you want to cancel, you have to either go on a chat or you have to call them directly. You cannot cancel it through their website or an app or anything like that, which is already super predatory practice and makes me feel icky anyways. And if you forget to skip, you automatically get charged $60, which counts as a credit, which is equal to like a certain number of pieces that you buy or whatever. And they tell you that credit cannot be refunded. So last month, beginning of December, I was skipping my skipping usually when I do, and that's when a lot of the information came out, or had recently come out, about their ethical practices, and I realized I just want to cancel this. Like, I'm not going to buy anything more from here. I have ADHD, so it's easier for me to forget to skip. So I decided to go on their chat, and the reason I went on the chat and not the phone number is because if you go to their website, to the area like under your account where they have where it says cancel here, I can't see it now because I got my account canceled, but it says to cancel here, call this phone number, and it's a button, or talk to one of our people in the chat. The button for the phone number is broken. You literally can't click on it and call. So I tried clicking it, it didn't work. I went in the chat. In the chat, I tell him I want to cancel my account. And he says, okay, you want to skip it. I had to do this whole thing of like, no, I don't want to skip for the month. I want to cancel it. I don't want the exclusive membership whatsoever. I want it fully canceled. And of course, they proceed to ask you 4 different times, do you still want to cancel if we offer you 25% off? Do you still want to cancel if we blah, blah, blah? I want to make sure you know that we offer this and this. Do you still want to cancel? And every time in the chat, I had to say no. And I got frustrated to the point where I was like, please don't ask me any more questions. I understand it's your job, but I don't want this. And they also try to tell you to cancel. You have to tell them why you want to cancel. You don't have to do that. You can say, I abstain from giving that data to you. And that's my right, my legal right as a US citizen. I don't have to give that to you. And so he told me it was canceled. I screenshotted this, which if you ever try to have to cancel something through chat, you absolutely need to screenshot it so you have receipts for what I'm about to tell you in the moment. If that happens to you, you'll need them. And so I was told it was canceled. I asked when I would see that like reflected on my account when I logged in, and he said it would take a day. I should have probably been suspicious then. And of course, ADHD, I forgot to go look. So here I am, beginning of January, and I just got a notification that I was charged $60 for my exclusive membership at Savage Fenty that I failed to skip. So then I went back to the website, I saw that button again with the phone number, and I said, you're not getting me this time, you're not getting me this time. I wrote it down, I typed it into my phone, and I called directly. I feel like that call button is broken on purpose. I'm not gonna lie, as someone who works in software development and IT, because that's a massive bug. So anyways, I call, and I tell them I want to cancel the membership on the phone. I get the same spiel from this person who says, okay, you meant to skip and you didn't skip, so you want to skip next month. And I said, no. I want to fully cancel it because I tried to fully cancel it a month ago. I was told it was canceled, and then I got charged this month. And so she's like, oh, so you tried to skip? No, I was told it was fully canceled. Okay. So she said, okay, hold on, let me look at the documentation to see if I have any documentation of this conversation. I'm sorry, unfortunately, we don't have any documentation of you having this previous conversation, so we can't refund you. I said, I'm sorry you don't, but fortunately, because I have been done wrong before by Massage Envy, I have several screenshots of the entire conversation that I had with the lovely person who helped me last time, including the final comment from him that said, your account should be fully canceled. Updates will be reflected in 1 day. And then her tune changed, and she said, oh, okay, so let me go cancel it. And I was like, so what, before we hang up, I want to see that it is canceled. Because I asked her, does it take a day? And she said, no, it should be reflected immediately. So she canceled it. I was able to go see that. And then she still tried to tell me that because of the way that the credits are bought, that they could not refund me money. That it was only that, fortunately, in her words, I could still use my credit to buy something on their site, even though I don't have the exclusive membership anymore. And I said, no, I don't want any of your products. I do not want to spend this. I want my money back for the account that I had canceled. I specifically said I wanted to discontinue this service. I have it documented that I can show if I am not refunded fully in monetary value, not in credits. I want money back in my account. I will be reporting this along with the documentation that I have to the Federal Trade Commission, and it will tank your already terrible rating on the BBB website. Now listen, I am usually not a Karen in most things, but when it comes to predatory practices like this, I am, and that's why I'm sharing all this, because I'm not gatekeeping this information. Companies need to do fucking better, and until they do, I hope that this helps other people know how to weaponize legal jargon and documentation as a way to hold it against them and actually get back the money that you deserve, because it's illegal for them to try to say they cannot refund me for services they charged that I canceled previously, that I have documentation of canceling previously. It's literally illegal. And if you report them, which they already have several infractions, because this is a common issue with their customer service, as it is with every company that has predatory practices, that it only takes like a certain number of people or someone who's willing to sue them, that they end up having to pay out everybody who's ever had an issue with this in the past, because it's predatory. So just know that. And also, when I was canceling on the phone, I was able to get past answering all those questions one by one. And I said to her, like, I'm sorry, I know I'm frustrated, and I'm not frustrated at you, that you're just doing your job and that it's part of your script to ask me all these questions, but I'm telling you, no, my answer will not change. And so she would start each sentence and I would just say no. Like, I didn't even let her get through the rest of it because I was so done. And she did end up canceling it. She told me I would get my refund in 3 to 5 business days. So hold out. We'll see if that actually happens. I swear to God, if I get charged next month. I should have had another phone recording the phone call, but regardless, I did check. My account says canceled. It says 0 credits. So hopefully I do get refunded in the next 2 to 5 business days, or 3 to 5 business days. But just watch out. Don't join any service that's like this, or research ahead of time for subscription service type things or monthly subscription type things that you are able to cancel without having to call or do a chat, because those are generally very predatory, and they literally rely on you forgetting to cancel or skip as a huge way to make the income that they make. And then they also frequently, magically, lose documentation of the fact that you already previously canceled so that they can justify charging you another time or 2 to 3 more times possibly in the future. So yeah, Savage Fenty, do better. Do better with your whole working practice. Like, the people that pay your workers that you are hiring to actually make your clothes a livable wage, give them ethical conditions, and also get rid of this predatory practice. Like, I love you, Rihanna, but this is not it. So I want to make sure that I'm clear that the person who ended up helping me on the phone at the end, they were just doing their job. They did all the things that they needed to do. And unfortunately, it's because of your shitty scripts that they had to endure an angry customer like me, giving them flack, I guess. But this is not a negative reflection of the person I spoke to on the phone today. They did everything that they could. But ultimately, it's really just a negative reflection on the company as a whole when you have predatory practices
that Rihanna paid over $1 million for. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, so they settled this in 2022 around the time, and we're in 2024 and this is still happening? Savage Fenty needs to be fined again and a higher amount. All right, so I got this message saying that I was being charged for Savage Fenty. Savage Fenty didn't even know what I was talking about when I called customer service. I called my bank. They said it's a recurring membership fee that I was charged at multiple times without me even knowing. So I don't use that, cancel it. So we filed a dispute with the fraud thing that my card doesn't even work. So I can't use my credit card right now because it doesn't work. So down below, you guys, you're gonna see like a heart. It says, you see a thumbs up. Keep scrolling, you'll see a heart. It says super thanks. Drop me a super thanks. Help me out so much. So I have to wait till I get my new debit card in the mail. So I'm like cardless right now, right? Because they were like, we're gonna cancel that and then we're gonna send you a new card. So I'm like in limbo. And I was thinking to myself, like, this is just not right. Like, how is this major company getting away with charging customers a subscription without the person knowing they have a subscription? I remember, I am a conscious person of sound in mind. Okay, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I am 100% sober and hyper aware of everything that's going on. So when I went in there and I said, I do not want a membership, how is it that I got signed up for a membership? And then I call Fenty and they have no idea what I'm talking about, can't even find me. I'm telling you, and this is happening with Savage Fenty by Rihanna. What's going on with Savage Fenty, the beauty line at Sephora? Like, to me, this totally just melts away the brand aesthetic of it being cool and popular and fashion and affordable. And like, I just think scam, fraud. And Rihanna doesn't say anything about it. I expected Rihanna to come forward and apologize. And at the end of the day, the $1,200,000 that Rihanna paid, have the lawsuit right here, to the Consumer Protection Agency doesn't even matter. Because if I'm calling my bank, if millions of people are calling their bank and disputing the charge, then the bank pays it. And then what happens next? Rihanna gets to keep the money. The bank helped the customer out. We got reimbursed. So she ends up keeping the money. So at the end of the day, she probably made way more money off these false subscriptions. It's a total scam. And I can't believe that we're in 2024 and a major company is doing this. I am flabbergasted. And Rihanna doesn't say anything at all. You can't. The queen, she doesn't say anything at all. God forbid she admits to a fault. I'm going to read the lawsuit. The lawsuit filed on August 9, 2022 was brought by the state of Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, San Diego, and Los Angeles, California District Attorney's Office and the Santa Monica City Attorney's Office. They allege that the Lavender Lingerie LLC did not clearly disclose automatic charges resulting from VIP memberships. Prosecutors also alleged that the lingerie website did not get the proper consent or give proper notices for the automatic renewal charges, false advertising, the ability to use store credit, and mislead the public over the price of its products, which include bras, underwear, sleepwear, and loungewear. Consumers have a right to know up front what they are paying for and how often. Deputy District Attorney Jennifer Dang said businesses have a duty to be transparent about their automatic renewal charges. Under California law, online businesses that market to consumers need to disclose all automatic renewal charges clearly and I second that notion, and that took place in California. I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas. It's going on here. Do not buy Savage Fenty. In my opinion, I'm allowed to have an opinion because I will never shop at that store again. Never shop at that store again. Never, ever, never. You cannot get me to go to that store. If I go in that store, it's because I'm going to pay cash. Because you're not going to sign me up for some prescription after I told you in your face no. On top of all my friends are complaining about, like, why am I getting these charges? I didn't sign up for this. You go in there to buy one thing and you get signed up for $59, $90 something of a subscription service of underwears and bras. Wow. And at the end of the day, on paper, it's a successful business. On paper, record sales, booming. So she can sell it off or something. Girl, this is a bad business. This is bad business. This is bad blood, bad business, bad karma. It's gonna come around and bite Rihanna in the ass. This is just so shady. She doesn't acknowledge it. She doesn't say anything about it that I know of. And then I wasted about an hour of my time trying to understand this subscription process. Where did I sign up for it? Why am I getting charged? On the phone with customer service with Savage Fenty, on the phone with my bank.
So I saw this video where I don't know how to say that. She says she has $600 in non-refundable credits that can only be spent on lingerie with Fenty, $49.95. It's advertised as like $45 on the website. And from what I understood, you could like skip a month and that you wouldn't be charged. But apparently you still get charged. It changes from money that you would spend to credit. And I didn't know that. And it's like, it's on my credit card. So like it took me like almost an hour to cancel. That's just because like they were being really like trying to get me to, you know, stay with them and offering me credits. And I'm just like, sir, regardless, I need to cancel. And it's not that inclusive. And I want to say that they drop things every couple months, but there's just not that much option for when it's not a drop time, if that makes sense. So I don't think that it's worth it.
What? Am I gonna get compensated for the time lost? No. That is shady. I cannot believe that we live in this 2024 and that's happening in the house. So Savage Fenty has lost all my respect. I will not be a promoter for them. I'm a detractor for that brand. And I'm going to tell all my friends, do not shop there, girl. I put this on my social media. I put it on my Twitter. I put it on my Instagram. Put it on my TikTok. I have gotten thousands of people messaging me saying, oh my God, I just checked my bank. I didn't even sign up for this stuff. How do you figure that? How do you figure that? So if you ever shop at Savage Fenty, do not complain when you see a charge for $59 some of a monthly subscription and you haven't been in that store in weeks, months, or days. So check your bank account if you ever shopped at Savage Fenty, and that's in the store. I don't even shop online. Thank God I didn't shop online in that store. That store is the devil. That store is a demon. It brought bad energy into my house. Let me see here. Hold on, getting receipts. Door is open. My assistant's coming in here. So they're bringing me groceries. Thank God it's not Savage Fenty. So anyways, guys, just beware of that Savage Fenty store. I know this is the shopping channel, and I just wanted to bring awareness and stuff like that. Hold on. I think I'm out of time. Let me see. Is the door open? Oh, then that means they took it. They took it and they were like, oh, thanks, it's mine. Ha! Nah, I don't think so. Unless you want to. Either they took it or they put it at the front desk. So that's the only two options. Okay, well, I'm not going to call them. Yeah, just like Savage Fenty and their underwear scamming people. Hold on, guys, I'll see you in another video. Bye.